Hey everyone, it's Linda Brown here. Welcome to another meal prep workshop. This month we are focusing on skillet meals. I hope that you've been enjoying the recipes and some of the tips and tricks that we've been sharing along the way leading up to this main event. So we are going to make a couple of skillet meals. Today we're going to make the beef stroganoff, and we're going to make the creamy pesto Parmesan chicken. So those both come in the Skillet Meals 5-pack. So that collection is only available for a limited time in April of 2022. So in the collection, you're also gonna get the sweet chili sauce mix, a shepherd's pie, and the easy peasy taco, which is perfect for camping because it's a vegan pea protein blend. All you do is add water, cook it up in your skillet, and you have tacos. And honestly, your kids are not going to be able to tell the difference. They are so awesome. So that collection is $24.95 Canadian or $22.50 US, and it's going to give you tons of options. So lots of people in March of 2022 have this package if they ordered $60 or more in product from Epicure. They got a package of the creamy pesto Parmesan chicken for free, which is awesome. So I'm going to show you how to use it and give you some tips to use up the package if there's a food sensitivity or if you just want to learn how to use it in a different way. Okay, so we are going to preheat our oven here. Not our oven, our stovetop. This is a brand new cast iron skillet. I had a birthday recently and this was on my list, and my mom got me a brand new cast iron skillet for my birthday. Yay, Mom. Moms are the best. So we are going to turn that to medium-high heat, and we are going to let that heat up while we get some of the rest of our ingredients ready for our creamy pesto Parmesan chicken. Okay. So the recipe calls for combining the seasoning with 1.5 cups of milk. So I'll open this up, and of course my scissors, I don't have my scissors. I don't know why. These always go walking, but I can usually find them, just not where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to go in here with the rest of my utensils. Okay, so I'm just going to add that to my 4-cup prep bowl here, and we'll add 1.5 cups of milk. I'm using our 1-cup prep bowls to do my measuring because they have measurements right on the side, so they come in really handy. They're great for portioning out single serving desserts, for doing your daily measuring, for storing leftovers. I use them for so many different things. And all of my new team members get the 1-cup prep bowls. They get a set of 4 in their starter kit, which is really exciting. Okay, so we're stirring that in together, and we're going to let that hydrate while the chicken cooks. I'm going to share a tip with you for my chicken in just a second here. All right, so we're going to set that aside. Now my chicken. So when I get my chicken breasts home from the grocery store, I fillet them. So I cut them in half, and then I freeze them in in bags like this. So this is 2 servings of chicken. So all I did for this workshop is take out 2 of my bags of chicken already filleted and ready to go. So I didn't have to worry about cutting chicken for this cooking class. So what we need to do is measure out a tablespoon of oil. I need my spice spoon. So this is our 4-in-1 spice spoon. All my new team members get one of those in their starter kit as well. So I'm just measuring out a tablespoon here. If I needed a teaspoon, I would have used this side, and then you get the 1/4 and the 1/2 teaspoon measurements on the other side. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of coat that pan. And I'm gonna dump these chicken breasts right into the pan. Gonna get a little noisy in here on us. There we go. Spread those around a little bit. I like to cook them a little bit on each side before I start using my utensils. It's just personal preference because I don't like cross-contaminating. All right. There we go. So the directions call for cooking these until they're golden brown. So we're gonna let those cook a little bit while I get the seasoning ready for the beef stroganoff. So for the beef stroganoff, I need to pour this into a 4-cup prep bowl as well. And then I'm going to add 1 3/4 cups of water with the beef stroganoff seasoning. So I'm just kind of letting you in on how I do meal prep of multiple meals, saving time. While my protein is cooking for one meal, I can do my prep for the next. So I've got another 1-cup prep bowl. I'm going to fill that right to the top. And then I'm going to fill it up to the 3/4 mark line. And we're going to let that hydrate as well. When your chicken is filleted, it doesn't take as long to cook through, which is one of my favorite things. Okay. Give that a stir. And we'll set that aside as well. So for the stroganoff, it calls for 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. Mushrooms do not fly in my house. I love them, but the rest of my family doesn't. So I use zucchini. So all I do to cut my zucchini, I'm hoping you can see this all right here, is I cut the ends off. Then I cut it in half. And I cut those halves in half again. And I cut them again. Just so that they're nice little bits of zucchini. And then I just chop them into little pieces. So this zucchini is going to go in the beef stroganoff recipe, not the creamy pesto Parmesan chicken. However, I'm going to let you in on a secret. I hardly ever make this recipe according to the directions. I usually use it to use up leftover chicken or leftover vegetables in the refrigerator. It's perfect if you want to take maybe some onion, some leftover chicken or turkey, any leftover vegetables you have in the fridge or veggies you want to use up at the end of the week. All you do is fry up your leftovers and your veggies in the pan. Hydrate your mix like I showed you. And then once you've got a nice stir fry going, you just pour the mix over top. It is a perfect way to use up leftovers. By all means, it's delicious made this way as well, but this is a package that is so versatile. You can use it for all sorts of different fry-ups. You could use it for fish, you can use it for chicken, leftover turkey, lots of different options. Okay, so this chicken is almost done. It doesn't take very long cooking it in the pan here. So now what I'm going to do is pour this sauce over top of the chicken. And we're gonna let it get nice and saucy. Woohoo! And there's still some sauce in there, and we don't want to waste a single morsel. So I'm going to take this spatula here and make sure that everything gets scraped out of the bowl. Perfect. All right. Then what we're going to do is just let that bubble and sizzle until the sauce thickens up. And we'll add 4 cups of baby spinach to the mix as well. So you can use fresh or frozen, doesn't matter. So once that starts boiling a little bit, I will add the spinach. And once the spinach is wilted, this recipe is done. So easy. So you can see how it's really great for using up leftovers at the end of the week. Okay, so while that is coming to a boil, let's talk a little bit about our beef stroganoff. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Normally I would do the beef stroganoff in this pan here, but I'm gonna do it in the Epicure wok today, just so that you don't have to watch me wash dishes in between. That's not a very exciting cooking show. Watching the person doing the demo do dishes in between. So I am gonna cheat a little bit. I do use my cast iron pan and my wok interchangeably all the time. Okay, so that is coming to a nice boil. So I'm going to add my spinach now. It says 4 cups. In my world, that's 4 handfuls. This is why I'm a cook and not a baker. I'm not that great at measuring, I'll be honest with you. If you're a baker, drop in the comments if you'd rather bake than cook, or if you'd rather cook than bake. I'd love to know. I try to bake. I can bake using Epicure's blends, not so much other recipes, although I try. That's what I love about Epicure's gluten-free baking blends. My son can have them, which is amazing. And I save so much money making them myself at home. Okay, so we're gonna let that wilt a little bit more. Oh, that looks so good. I'm gonna grab my beef, and then we're going to make our beef stroganoff super quick. Just 1 second. All right, so my beef was just thawing in the sink there. Look at this. Oh my word, this looks so good. Okay, we're gonna leave that burner on because we're gonna heat up our wok, but I just wanna hold that up. Doesn't that look delicious? So this recipe, it freezes beautifully, so I could freeze this for another night, or you could just make it up quick and stick it in the fridge if you know you need a quick meal later on in the week. It's so awesome. All right, so we're gonna move this to the side, and now we're gonna heat up our wok. So this is a ceramic coated wok, so you do not want to heat ceramic any higher than medium heat, okay? This is the cleanest nonstick coating on the market. Love Epicure's wok. I cook everything in this wok. Soup. I use it as a saute pan. I cook everything in here. We made scrambled eggs in our wok earlier in the week as well. So lots of uses for the wok. So we're just going to heat that up, excuse me, for a minute, and get the rest of our ingredients together for our beef stroganoff. So beef stroganoff, you want to heat 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan. Then you want to brown your ground beef. You can also use beef strips. If beef strips are on sale and you want to use those instead, awesome. So you're going to cook that up, and then you're going to add your sliced mushrooms. In my case, we're using the zucchini to make the members of my household happy. Not using mushrooms, although I would prefer them. I'm actually going to freeze this meal today, okay? I'm not making the full recipe. If you were cooking this for your supper, once you've got the beef and everything's simmering and looking super yummy, then you can add a cup of plain Greek yogurt or a cup of sour cream. I prefer sour cream, and a teaspoon of, okay, drop in the comments, do you say Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce? Spell it out phonetically, because good grief, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I've been around for a long time. I don't know how to say it, but Worcestershire or Worcester sauce, you're going to add a teaspoon of that. I'm actually going to add that to my recipe, okay? Because I find it adds a nice flavor when I freeze it. But if you have a fish allergy, you don't want to use that because there's anchovies. Not everybody knows that. So if you have a fish allergy, don't put Worcester or Worcestershire sauce in your beef stroganoff. Okay, then you would serve it over egg noodles. I don't do that. We have a gluten intolerance in our house, so we avoid gluten at our house. So I actually will cook up, I make Epicure's mac and cheese, yum, yum, yum. And we use rice noodles for that. And so I'll make a double batch, and then I will add the beef stroganoff to the mac and cheese. So this is why I like to have beef stroganoff frozen in the freezer, so that on those nights where we need a quick meal, while I am making the mac and cheese on the stovetop, I can be heating up the beef stroganoff in the Epicure steamer in the microwave. Yes, yes, I know I'm rocking your world right now. And then I stir the beef stroganoff in with the mac and cheese, and it's better for you, hamburger helper. I know, just changed your world. It's amazing. It's so yummy. So there's a tip for you. Okay. All right, so I need to cut open this beef. We need to heat up 2 tablespoons of oil. And if you have veggies to use up at the end of the week, it's a really great way to use up veggies in this recipe as well. You don't have to use the mushrooms. If you want to use frozen veggies, choose your own adventure. That is the best part about Epicure. Choose your own adventure. You don't have to follow the packages to the letter, which is my favorite part. And I should not have put that in the sink because I need it for my Worcestershire sauce. I'm having way too much fun with that today. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So funny. Okay, I don't want to cross-contaminate here. Here we go. Actually, I'm not going to use the flipper. I'm going to use my ground meat separator. Oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. I love it because it's easy to clean. So we're going to use that to break up our beef. And what's great about this is it's made out of, I believe it's made out of nylon. It's not going to damage my pan, and it is amazing in the steamers as well. So you could actually cook this beef up in the steamer as well if you wanted to. Okay. So that is gonna brown here in my wok. All right. So I'm going to put the lid on here just so it cooks up a little bit faster. So what's great about this package as well is that it's really low in sodium. There's only about 190 milligrams of sodium per serving, which is so low compared to comparative products in the grocery store. I don't know if you've picked up a packet from a leading brand in the grocery store lately, but you were looking at hundreds, if not thousands of milligrams of sodium. This is a great option for people who are on a low sodium diet. It's also a great option for people who love beef stroganoff but can't have MSG, can't have artificial colors or food dyes. That's my family, and a lot of times there is caramel color, which isn't real food, or there's MSG or other flavor enhancers in products like this in the grocery store. So they are not an option for my family. So I am so thankful that Epicure has these savory blends so that we can still enjoy things like beef stroganoff at home, and I don't have to be going down the spice aisle trying to pick and choose all of the individual seasonings because they're expensive right now, and Epicure does all of the blending for us, which is amazing. Okay, so this beef is just about done. So what I'm gonna do is add my zucchini. These cutting mats are awesome because they're flexible, so I just pour those all right in. We're gonna give that, I'm gonna cover that again and let that fry up as well. So I'm curious to know what your biggest takeaway has been from tonight's meal prep workshop. I love teaching these. Honestly, I'm prepping for my own family. I love sharing tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. I've been with Epicure for 11 years, and honestly, I'm not going anywhere. This has revolutionized how I cook for myself and my own family. Within the last year, we found out that our son does have a gluten intolerance. So it's just so nice to know that I represent a company that has all of these amazing meal solutions, and he can have almost all of them, which is amazing. He has some other sensitivities, but there's no gluten in any of Epicure's products. No artificial colors or added MSG like I already shared. We're a peanut and nut-free facility as well. So definitely connect with your consultant. If I am not your consultant, connect with your consultant and find out which meal solutions might be the best option for you and your family. And why not gather some friends together and have a meal prep workshop and learn how to do maybe a meal prep Sunday, or learn how to prepare a meal in like 15 minutes, sometimes even less. Oh my gosh, these meals are so quick to prepare. And that way you can all be rock stars in the kitchen, because the most valuable thing we have is time, and Epicure gives you time back. So definitely talk to your consultant about hosting your own workshop like this with you and your friends. And listen, if you like what I do and you can pronounce Worcestershire better than I can, maybe you should be teaching these classes and earning some flexible income for yourself and your family too. So comment below if you have questions, or tag your consultant below so they know that you want more information, and we would be happy to serve you. All right, so I am going to pour this mix in. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. It's nice and hydrated. So we're gonna bring that to a boil and let that thicken, and put our teaspoon of Worcestershire. I'm cracking myself up today, you guys. Oh my word. Maybe I need to get out more, I don't know, but this is fun. I hope you're having fun with me. So there we go. We're gonna bring that to a boil. And then what I'm going to do is divide this recipe in half. And that way I have two half servings. So how much does this make? This actually makes 6 servings. So I'm going to divide it in half, because when I reheat this and I serve it with the mac and cheese, I'm going to be adding some cheese and some extra cheesy protein to the recipe. So there I'll have 3 servings frozen in each bag. And like I showed you earlier with my filleted chicken breasts, I always freeze my food flat. So that way, if I forget to take it out of the freezer, it's okay. It'll thaw super quick in a sink of cold water, and I can heat it. I'm just gonna grab my steamer so you can see what the steamers look like. Dropping cookware all over the house, folks. Okay, so this is the round steamer. It's got a nice firm base. It's great for reheating soups and stews. And this one here is our multi-purpose steamer. So all of my new team members get this steamer in their starter kit. So it's got a divider tray for cooking bacon. You can cook bacon in the microwave. It's so awesome. It's got a vent on it. We just recommend that you stick it on a plate, or when you pull it out of the microwave, take a cloth and put it over the top, because this is flexible and you don't want to burn the inside of your hand. But what's awesome about this is if you cook your beef in it, it's so flexible. You just kind of squish it, and then you can pour any of the grease or liquid off. One of my favorite parts about the steamer. All right, so look at that. Our beef stroganoff is done. So this really, I spent a lot of time talking and cracking jokes about Worcestershire sauce today. But these 2 recipes were essentially done in 20 minutes, really, start to finish. So you can make these super quick in your own home. They're super versatile, and I hope you learned something new today. Connect with your consultant if you want to add that Skillet Meals 5-pack or any of the products that you saw demoed today. Connect with them and ask questions, place your order. And if you want to host a workshop like this, have some fun with your friends. We can do them in person, we can do them on Facebook. We can serve you in all sorts of ways. So I hope you had fun with us. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen, and stay tuned for the next workshop announcement. We're going to keep having fun in the kitchen. Bye, everybody.